Coming up on Luminous Locks. Bright colored hair, a trend that once was punk, has now become the trend that's sweeping the nation. We sit down with the owner of Lisa's Touch and talk about what exactly this popular trend is and why so many people are rushing to get it done. And later, if you're planning on jumping in on the color plunge, you might be in for much more than you think. Hear why some say this fashion trend is costing them big time in the work field. All this and more on Luminous Locks. I'm Ana Valentin and welcome to Luminous Locks. Most times when we want to change the way we look, we usually change our hair first. And the place to get the best results is usually a hair salon. And lately, the most popular changes done on hair are bright colors such as reds, blues, greens, and purples. I spoke with the owner of Lisa's Touch, and she gave us just a little bit about what this trend is. Take a look. Lisa Diaz is a professional hairstylist and colorist. She owns Lisa's Touch, a small hair salon in Little Falls, New Jersey that is quickly getting recognition.
I've been a hairstylist for 21 years. I've been doing these colors like the blues, purples, teals, hot pinks. I've been doing them since I was open. I've been here for 17 years.
But how has her business remained successful over the years, racking well over 7,000 followers on Instagram?
I get to know all my clients. All my clients become my friends. And for the ones that sit in my chair for the first time and I don't know them, I have to get to know them pretty much in a matter of 5 to 10 minutes before I put their, color on. Before I do colors, I try to give everyone a consultation where I sit with them for a half hour. That gives me a little bit more time to get to know them, and then I can choose, is this person gonna be a fantasy color? Is this person going to, want bangs? Is this person gonna want something daring or just subtle or a little bit of hint of color? The more you know them, the easier it is to, suggest or say this will be right for you. Not everyone can rock a mint green short mohawk, but some people will, and they'll do it great.
With multiple fantasy colors to choose from, it's hard to have a favorite, but Lisa has a special way of choosing her favorite color.
And I usually do pick my favorite color of the day, and they're always different. Some are blonde, some are redheads, some are those wild colors, some are just a regular chocolate brown. It all depends on the person and what they're wearing and how they rock the style. I remember doing those teals and pinks, like I said, years ago, and people were like, oh my God, when the client would leave, other clients that were from this area, they'd be like, I would never do something like that. And they're back years later wanting the same thing that they were oohing and ahhing about. So I think it is much more accepted. It's like the wave, now it's the new thing.
And while there are many people in line for their first hair dyeing, Lisa's client, Karina, is not new to the color scene.
Before this one, I had a gray, but it wasn't a darker gray. It was like a lighter gray. Before that, I had gray and it faded into mint green, which is really cool. I saw her work on Instagram and I fell in love. So I came here, I had blonde hair and then I wanted gray. So then she changed my hair completely and I loved it.
As it turns out, there's much more to getting fantasy colors than just going in and out of a salon.
There's different types of hair coloring. There's a single process, meaning that we would just be touching up the root area. The single process takes about 7 minutes to apply the color and 35 minutes to, time it. If you're doing a double process, that's stripping out the hair with bleach on the root and then putting a toner on throughout the ends. That takes about the same time as a single process. It's just different chemicals. Then there's also corrective coloring. Corrective coloring can go up to sometimes 7 hours. Sometimes it can take 2 hours, depending on how intriguing, what I have to do to the hair. Any type of chemical you put on the hair is definitely gonna change the texture, or it's gonna change your hair somehow because it's a chemical. So bleach opposed to color, yes, it's gonna make the difference of your hair. It's gonna change it. So when you see those girls with those type of colors that aren't natural, someone that wouldn't ever be born with those type of colors, they always have to be bleached first. So the integrity of the hair will not be ruined if you go to a stylist that knows what they're doing and has the experience. So if you're ever gonna, I would say to anyone that's gonna have their hair bleached out, go to a colorist. Don't just go to any salon. Go to someone that, has taken several classes and knows exactly what to do with bleach. There's different steps that you could do after you use bleach to make sure that the hair is in great condition. I mean, my hair is bleached out on the ends, and you can see like from the root it's not, and where it's lighter it is, and my curl pattern's still the same. So there are things that you can do, to replenish the hair and make the curl snap back. That's one of the things that I mastered in.
So what if you want to dye your own hair at home?
You have to be careful with home remedies. The only thing I do say is for people that do their hair at home, if you're really trying to do one of these colors, these trendy colors, leave it to the professionals.
For all of her hair care and coloring, Karina's professional choice is Lisa.
I would recommend other people to come to the salon because the colors come out amazing and she takes really good care of your hair. Like, my hair is so healthy.
So remember, if you want the look, go with the pro.
Leaving it to the professional is always the best way. You get what you pay for.
And now for a heartwarming story about a 92-year-old woman who recently colored her hair for the very first time.
I'm 92 years old, and I'm happy. And I hope you're happy too.
Elizabeth, who suffers from dementia, demanded that she get purple on her roots. California hairstylist Ella Perry posted her meeting with Elizabeth on Instagram, writing, quote, "After seeing a current guest of mine with magenta roots working at her hair center, Miss Elizabeth requested purple roots in her hair. Miss Elizabeth is such an inspiration, making each of our days count. I was truly honored to meet Miss Elizabeth and be part of something so incredibly amazing. Miss Elizabeth teaches us that beauty and dreams are timeless." I went out and asked people what was more professional, natural hair or fantasy colors. This is what they had to say.
I know that it wouldn't matter to me, but I know that on a broader scale, it would probably be the girl on the left.
Can I choose both?
I have to say the one on the right had the more creativity, and they obviously have way more self-confidence, so I would be absolutely willing to hire them. Just on first look, I'm not sure, but I would be way more open-minded than I think other people are.
I'm too traditional for that. I guess really it could be either or for me, because if I was the boss, it wouldn't really matter, but you know how society is. The society is like, it has to be like normal, and I guess since it's colored, they might not accept it.
I would have to see their resumes because only an idiot hires people based off appearance.
Who would you hire?
You have to understand.
Coming up, we'll be hearing from a woman whose hair choices ultimately cost her job. Is hair discrimination a big issue in the workplace? We'll find out right after this short commercial break.
Attention. The following announcement is an important message regarding our trees and their importance to our planet.
Some people ask me about Mother Nature.
Some people call me a tree hugger.
So what, we all need to breathe.
'Cause I need oxygen to go on.
Don't be so bitter and don't litter. I'm a lover, a dedicator.
To trees that shade me from the sun.
They make paper, roll one for later. I'm a midnight toker. Trees don't wanna hurt no one.
A single tree can produce nearly 260 pounds of oxygen every year. That means 1 acre of mature trees can provide enough oxygen for 18 people. Provide love to our planet. Keep trees alive. For more information, please visit www.treepeople.org. Welcome back to Luminous Locks. It's fun to experiment with different fantasy colors, but sometimes there's a big risk that comes with it all. In fact, it's become such a difficulty when getting or even keeping a job. Cassandra Reyes knows firsthand how the funky trend that is thought to be fun can ultimately take away your job.
My sense of fashion is eccentric. I mean, I have spiked heels. Like, that's my sense of fashion. I'm out there. I like to be out there. I got a job at Dress Barn. I was there for 2 years. The first 6 months or whatever, or a year, I didn't dye my hair. But then, like, it was like maybe 6 months before I actually left the company that I dyed my hair purple. I asked my boss and I said, how would you feel if I dyed my hair another color? She was like, oh, that's cool, like, you know, like a burgundy or whatever. And I was like, no, how about like a dark purple? She was like, go for it, it's all right. I got your back. Cause she was like, you know, I know how you dress, I know how you do your hair, you never come in sloppy, you know, I'm sure you can pull it off. So I did it. She gave me the okay. So I did it. And then I came into work and she was like, oh, I didn't think it was gonna look like that. And then I asked her, I said, are you sure it's okay that I dyed my hair? She was like, well, you know, it's not really policy, you can't really dye your hair like that. So I said, okay, what about tattoos? She was like, you can have as many tattoos as you want, but you just can't dye your hair. I was like, I can permanently ink my neck, I can permanently ink my face, and you guys won't say anything about it. But God forbid I dyed my hair a color that washes out in about a month. I can't do it. It was like, it was the worst thing in the world. Oh my God, the apocalypse is coming. Cassandra dyed her hair purple. It was the freaking worst. Like, they gave me so much crap. Then the district manager came and I asked her if I can dye my hair another color because I wanted to make sure that it was okay. And she was like, no, you can't do that because, you know, you don't see women in their 40s looking like that and we have to cater to those people. Then she said, nobody's gonna want to shop here if you dyed your hair purple. They're gonna think we're all freaks because you dyed your hair, and they're gonna talk bad about you. They're not gonna respect you. Then our business is gonna go down because of you. Basically, they threw everything on me just because I dyed my hair a different color. And then I had told her, I said, yeah, but we're a fashion company. When you go on E, like, and you watch these people, they all have weird hair. We idolize people like Katy Perry. We idolize people like Pink, Demi Lovato. They all dye their hair those colors. And I'm pretty sure if they walked into our store, you wouldn't turn them down because their hair color was bad. And you're telling me I can't have it. Yeah, but, you know, that's high fashion. And I was like, what sense does that make? You're taking away somebody's creativity to fit your standards for what? 2 freaking years I went through that. And it freaking sucked because it's discriminating. It's so funny because I don't stay quiet when it comes to things like that. I'm gonna stand up for what I believe in and I'm gonna tell you what's on my mind. And they didn't like that. They wanted somebody that was gonna just like keep quiet. And I kept fighting it and they kept getting upset. So it was time to leave. I couldn't. I remember applying for Charming Charlie at the time when I was trying to leave Dress Barn. And at the time I did not have my hair dyed purple. But I told them on the phone if they were hiring and they said yes. And I said, okay, well, before I do anything, my hair is dyed purple. And I plan on doing it again. Is that a problem? And she said, well, we want you to have natural hair. For a place that sells accessories, why do you care about my hair so much? And then I was like, that's it. And then I actually came here and I asked them, are you hiring? And they said yes. So I was like, that's it. That's a sign then. Because I mean, after the first month working here, I dyed it blue. You know, so, and everybody loved it. Like, it was okay to do that. So even if I had my hair dyed, I don't think it would have been a problem for me getting the job here. I think my work ethic is what got me the job here. And I'm pretty sure of that. I don't think it's right that you should discriminate against hair. I think, if anything, you should be discriminating against the work ethic. If you see a resume and they're not what you think would be a good candidate, if you go to an interview and you think they might not be good for you, then that's a totally different level as of you saying, yeah, she's good, but I don't like her hair and I don't like the way she dresses. That is something that should never, ever be tolerated, ever. I see more people with dyed hair, and I love it because I feel like it's a great way to express yourself. especially when words can't speak. My fashion, my hair says it, you know. I think it's great that people do that people get the chance to express themselves. I'd like people to express themselves because I feel it's wrong to hold everything in. So when you express yourself, it just makes everybody happier too.
If you'd like to know more information about jobs that allow fantasy colors, visit the Center for Career Development at Bloomfield College. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'm Ana Valentin, and this has been Luminous Locks. Thanks for watching.